looks unbelievable. And I genuinely, if we had this back after all these years, we're in good hands. We're in good hands. The clock is ticking. 27 days to go for Chelsea to figure out a front of shirt sponsor before the season starts. Obviously, we have gone through starts of seasons, whole seasons without sponsors. And with just 27 days to go, Chelsea need to figure it out. In this video, we're going to go through several of the options put in front of Chelsea with a huge amount of money on the line as well, and long contracts. Chelsea want to ensure that we have the right one. And for that, I bring into you. Let me know in the comments of the options that I give you today, which look the best. Starting off, we're going to start a little nostalgic. We're going to start a little nostalgic with, of course, arguably everyone's favorite, and that is Samsung. And for me, as you can see, we've got the options, the home, the away, and the supposed third kit. And I've got to be honest with you, it all looks really nice. There isn't really too wrong. There really aren't many ways in which Samsung looks bad on any shirt. I can't actually recall any shirts in history, not even just Chelsea. I can't actually recall anyone else being Samsung besides Chelsea. But the point is, with us having a retro shirt, of course, at the same time, Samsung, it just feels right. It just feels right for this one. And moving on, speaking of retro, we go back even further. And that, for me, I must say, not too keen on this one. And that is Autoglass. Autoglass repair, Autoglass replace, as they say. But does it make this kit look any nicer? It's not the worst. It's not the worst. But I just feel that it's a bit too skinny. It's a bit too narrow. With especially on the away kit. I mean, you could argue they bring the stripes down a little bit, but it's just not doing it for me. I've got to be honest. And so for that, it's already bottom of the list. Even older than that, and the oldest that we are going to go with today, and that is Cause. And I've got to be honest with you, this immediately goes to number one. However, it's just not to be. Sadly, I think I'm fairly sure that there is, rules and regulations in place that mean that you can't have alcoholic beverages on as a front of shirt sponsor. I think, was it Carlsberg? I'm fairly sure it was Carlsberg for Liverpool back in the day, and so that's why they were no longer allowed to go with them because obviously the rules and regulations with that. Moving on from there, we've got Damac, everyone's favorite recent one, and I've got to be honest with you, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So if we were to just run it back one more time with Damac, I wouldn't be against it. I really wouldn't be against it. I would argue that this is probably, I don't know. Autoglass is bottom for me right now. It's a toss-up at number one between Cause and Damac. I think Samsung is Samsung. It holds a very dear place in all of our hearts. But Damac, it's looking fucking the shit. I've got to be honest with you. It is looking really good. Another one of one of the old ones, and I'm fairly sure none of these are actually in question. We're going to go into the ones that are being proposed in just a second. But last but not least on these ones, the nostalgic ones, is Infinite Athlete. And this for me might be my favorite for this kit, for all three kits. There's just something about it. It just looks absolutely unbelievable. We've got four more before we wrap things up. All four of them are four of the most proposed ones in question. But I just want to go through some of the details regarding what is going on at the moment. And that is 23 hour. Well, on the 14th of June, it was said that on positive talks about front of shirt sponsorship and when they might be finalized, it's looking low, though it is going to be happening sooner rather than later. 4 weeks until the start of the Premier League, there is such belief within the club that the club can get an even better front of shirt sponsorship deal by winning the Club World Cup, of which we have done that. So the thought is that had we won the Club World Cup, that's why they've held out. If we won the Club World Cup, we would invite better sort of offers from respective or prospective companies. The Blues expect to sign at least a 3-year contract, which would obviously be longer than any one that we had for quite some time. I think Yokohama would have been the one. 3, obviously. But still, the Blues expect to sign a 3-year contract. Among those interested are unspecified airlines, and that is where we get into it in just a second. Again, it is understood that Chelsea's victory over PSG in the final is expected to help the club secure a new front of shirt sponsor that could be worth £100 million a year, more than offers they resisted last year. Oh, sorry, not £100 million more, worth £100 million more than the offers they resisted last year. I mean, that could actually mean what that says. I was expecting that to mean £100 million, which is more than we were getting last year. Either way, Chelsea are in talks with 7 to 10 big global companies over a long-term front of shirt sponsorship, which could be worth upwards of 60 million. Obviously, now we know more specifically it's looking around 100 million plus. And last but not least, there is a belief within Chelsea that the club's front of shirt sponsor can be even better after winning the Club World Cup, as we know, 3-year contract, blah, blah, blah. It goes into more detail. What you want to see, of course, is what these prospective designs look like. Again, we have the home, the away, and the third kit. First and foremost, we're going to keep it nostalgic once again. But of course, prospective, unspecified airlines, it doesn't get much better than Fly Emirates. It really doesn't. And yeah, I know there's like a really big tie to obviously Arsenal now these days, more so than it was to Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea had it first. And now, obviously, it's better known these days with Arsenal. The Emirates Cup, would we be entered into that? Should we be a part of that sponsorship? Probably. Let me know what you think of that. I really like it. I think it looks really, really clean. Up next, probably everyone's least favorite of the ones that, and the most common one that we've seen is Qatar Airways. I think it looks good. But I've seen loads of people sort of turning their nose up at the idea of it, and I like the look of it. Would it be a good representation of Chelsea? Would it be good to have that on the shirt? I don't know. People have their opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Second to last, we have Riyadh Air, which I've gone for this design more specifically because the one that has been thrown around is the one that I think Atletico Madrid have had more recently, that it kind of goes more portrait than landscape. This one, it looks all right. It looks okay. It's not really for me. I won't lie to you. It's probably the worst out of all of the designs we've seen. I'd rather Autoglass than Riyadh Air based on this. It's just a little too I don't know, tiny? Is that the word? It's a little fragile looking. It's very thin. I don't really like it. I like the bolder sort of designs, and arguably, and with our last one here, we obviously have ties to it ourselves with winning our first Champions League in a stadium named after this company, and it doesn't get much bolder as a sponsor, and that is Allianz. Allianz. So those are the 4 that are the most sort of from what I've seen anyway, they are the ones that are the most sort of front runners. They're leading the pack in terms of the you know, being the front of shirt sponsor and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff. But either way, I think it all looks pretty nice. I would say probably Riyadh is my least favorite of the ones that are being proposed. I really like Fly Emirates. I think it really goes nicely with the retro kit, the Total 90s kit for this coming season. Well, this coming season. And it just fits well. The green, the white on there, the grey on there, it just goes together so nicely. Qatar, it looks all right. It's the one we've seen the most on like sort of concept designs, but I don't know. Riyadh, again, my least favorite. I don't mind Allianz. It looks more of a training sponsor than anything else, you know. But for me, out of those four, and I know there's 7 to 10, I couldn't name you another, you know, 4 or 5 prospective designs. If there are any updates, of course, you know I'm going to bring you the updates and the more sort of like concept designs. With that said, before we do wrap up, I want to say a massive thank you if you've gotten this far, but also a thank you to each and every one of you that has recently subscribed. It really means the world to me. We've nearly gained 2,000 subscribers in the last sort of 3 weeks or so. Growing at a rapid rate, at a very, very rapid rate. So thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for all your support. Plenty more content to come. Please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. As always, my name is Harry, up the Chels, and peace.